Have you ever wondered why Solomon, known for his wisdom, faced such a downfall? Picture this: a king, not just any king, but King Solomon, a ruler renowned across time and space for his wisdom. Solomon was a man of discernment, a man whose wisdom was as vast as the sand on the seashore. His fame spread far and wide, even to the ends of the earth. King Solomon wasn't just celebrated for his wisdom, but also his wealth and power. His reign was marked by prosperity and peace, and his kingdom was unmatched in splendor. He was known to have a heart full of understanding and knowledge, a mind that could unravel the most complex of puzzles. Yet this paragon of wisdom had a flaw, a chink in his armor, a weakness that was to be his undoing. But did you know that this wise king also had a weakness? A weakness that ultimately led to his downfall. Solomon, despite his wisdom, was known to have had many wives and concubines. Now, when we say many, we're talking about 700 wives of royal birth and 300 concubines. That's a whopping 1,000 women. In the ancient world, this was not as unusual as it may seem to us today. Kings often married foreign princesses as a way to secure alliances and maintain peace. Solomon, being a king of great stature and influence, was no exception. His polygamous practices were also deeply intertwined with the cultural norms of the time. Marrying multiple women was seen as a symbol of wealth and power, and Solomon, with his vast kingdom, certainly had an abundance of both. But as was common with powerful figures, this came with its own set of challenges. But as we'll see, this practice of polygamy had grave consequences. So, how did Solomon's polygamy lead to his downfall? Let's delve into this. King Solomon, known for his wisdom and wealth, had a personal life that was far from simple. He had a staggering number of wives and concubines, 700 and 300 respectively, from different nations. This was not just a sign of his affluence, but also a strategic diplomatic move to forge alliances. However, this polygamous lifestyle soon became a thorn in his side. The many wives he had led him down a path that was contrary to his faith and beliefs. These women, from nations where idol worship was common, influenced Solomon to build altars for their gods. This was a direct violation of God's commandment, a pivotal moment that marked the start of his downfall. Solomon, the wise king, allowed his heart to be turned away from God, the source of his wisdom. His distraction led him to make decisions that were not in alignment with his divine calling. The Bible tells us that this displeased God, leading to the eventual downfall of Solomon's reign. This downfall was not just a loss of favor with God, but also a disintegration of the strong kingdom he had built. Solomon's actions led to the division of his kingdom after his death, a consequence that affected generations. So, what can we learn from Solomon's story? Solomon's story teaches us several important lessons. Now, you might wonder, what are these lessons? Let's delve into that. First, we learn about the pitfalls of unchecked desires. Solomon's multitudinous marriages, although accepted in his era, became his undoing. His desire for many wives led him astray, affecting not just his personal life, but also his kingdom. This brings us to the second lesson. The second lesson revolves around the concept of too much of anything is bad. Solomon's plethora of wives and concubines was a manifestation of excessiveness, which eventually led to his downfall. It's a stark reminder for us to always maintain balance in our lives. Thirdly, we learn about the importance of staying true to our beliefs and values. Solomon, despite his wisdom, allowed his wives to sway him into worshiping their gods, straying from his own beliefs. This deviation from his faith resulted in his loss of favor with God, marking his downfall. The fourth and final lesson from Solomon's story is about the dangers of polygamy. Polygamy, as demonstrated by Solomon's experience, can lead to complex, challenging situations that affect not just an individual, but also the larger community. In essence, Solomon's story serves as a cautionary tale about the perils of desire, excess, deviation from one's beliefs, and polygamy. Remember, even the wisest among us can fall if we allow our desires to control us. So what are your thoughts on polygamy? Share in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more thought-provoking content.